M0FXB, welcome to my channel. With the new Kenwood D75 out soon, many have asked me, well, which one shall I get, the Icom 52 or the Kenwood D74? So I don't have the answer for that. Well, what I can do is show you my D74 on the left and my Icom 52 on the right and just talk about the key differences. The number one difference I would say is that the Kenwood has HF receive, so that's all bands, CW, LSB, USB, but it does not have a band scope. The 52 that you're listening to now, if I go to, let's just do single receive for now, hold down the main button, they both have GPS. You can see we're getting a GPS signal there and a small GPS booster that you can see here in the background. They're only about £10. So let's just press the menu here and bring up the menu is the top left, bring up the band scope. There you are, you'll start to see the band scope now. So that'll be the, I would say that would be the main reason I would like to have the 52 is the band scope. They both, well, the new D75 is going to have terminal mode, so you won't need to use a hotspot because you can connect it to the blue DV, or the one I like to use is called Doozy, which looks like this. Yes, you can use it on the 705 and some other radios. You connect a USB cable and then you're on all the reflectors and a lot more. Now they both can receive VHF, UHF and D-Star at the same time. If you look here, let's go back to dual receive. That's dual receiving. In dual receive the scope is a bit funny, but you will hear both stations. If you turn this one up here.
Alpha Lima Echo Sierra. Yeah, well done. You're working fine anyway.
You'll see that we're actually receiving D-Star and my analog node at the same time, and you can do that on both radios. The other interesting thing is with the new D75 you can receive two D-Star signals at the same time, and you also can do that with the 52. The 75 gives you a full keypad and it's illuminated. The 52 gives you that sort of basic one, not sure basic's the right word, but gives you this style, the Icom 51 style, the Icom 50 keypad. So for example, if you want to change frequency, let's just go back to single screen. Turn off the scope by just pressing the back button a couple of times. Come out of DR mode, so they both have DR mode. If I hold down, look, we're in normal mode. And with the 74, you just press digital, normal mode. To type in the frequency, you press enter and you go 145. So you've got a nice full keypad there. With the 52, you have to press the VFO button, turn, turn till you've selected, or change bands. Press it again. And then, you're changing, that's how you change the frequency. So it's a bit more faffy. And when it's more menu driven, because when you want to select things like tone, you can use the quick button here, tone, duplex, etc. Now they have added quite a few shortcuts on the buttons there. You can hold down and get certain, features. Just there's VFO, memory, VFO, single A and B band, mode, FM, all that kind of stuff, DV. Big quick menu. They both have broadcast radios. You can listen to music. The 52 has what they call DPRS. So you turn that on, and when you're talking on D-Star, you can, people will get your location and you'll show up on APRS FI, which is okay, works fine. It is a bigger, wider radio as well. Similar layout regarding the volume and the channel change knobs on these. I'd say they're pretty similar in that case. The battery wise, you can use the older 51 batteries, and the Icom 50 battery will work as well, and even the 705 battery. They're both quite, they both draw a lot of power because they're high functioning radios. It's always better to have a spare one, but I find the D74 battery will last several hours, and so will the 51. So as long as you've got, a backup, then you're going to be fine. They both come with cradle chargers. The 74, 75 has APRS. So you go F, then you press, let me get it right, 5, and you turn on, this is here, APRS 12. Let's put it in single receiver, just pressing F, A, B, that's single. Go to B, APRS. Then that would mean if you type in the, is it 1, 4, I can't remember my APRS frequency now, 145,800 is it? There you go. So after setting your parameters in the APRS menu, which is here, both radios have this little grid style menu. Go menu there, and to set your repeater settings, there is another, if you go over to the right, there's actually another little tab called memory, which you do get in here, that memory. The way that they are programmed is very similar. You've got your GPS window there, information. My little booster's doing well. Up to GPS, basic settings, built-in GPS. I think that should be on. And go to my position, and then it should populate. There is a shortcut to that as well. By just pressing here, the little hash button turns it on and off. And there's the programmable buttons. You've got PF1, PF2. You can decide what you want those buttons to do. So that's very handy. Then you've also got the built-in TNC. If you wanted to do APRS activity in analog on the 52, you can't do that. You can on the 74, 75. The new 74 is going to have, the 75 model is going to have USB-C, but otherwise both of these have got a micro USB connector, if I can get this off. Okay, I managed to get that off in the end. There you go, micro USB, and they both have SD cards, which is handy for loading repeaters, etc., and saving your settings. I use one of these. It's USB-C on one side and then micro on the other. I've got about 5 of these lying around, and they just work. So I use them all the time because I've mainly got USB-C here anyway. Both of these devices, when you're on the A band or the B band, you receive more bands or less bands, and the same goes for the actual functions. So you do need to be careful that when you're trying to type things, say on, look, we've got GPS there now on the B band. Let's go B. Let's go to dual, which is F dual. A, B. You're going to get more selections. All your HF, AM type stuff is going to show up on your, on your B band, and you can actually decide if you want to do APRS on the A or the B band. GPS symbols at the top. You've got your SD card showing power, time. Massive functionality for scanning on both. I mean, you can talk about these radios for hours because they have packed lots in, and there are many similarities. So, if someone said to me, which one would you get? It's a real hard choice, but if I had to keep just one, I would get the new D75 because it does everything. I can go out, I can do my analog APRS, I can put an antenna on here and listen to the HF bands all in one. I actually like the fact it's a bit slimmer. It's a nice, comfortable size. I would get a spare battery for it, of course, because you need it really. Or I suppose you could get a power bank, because if you can get a power bank that's going to charge this with and you need the DC adapter as well, then yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. I haven't really thought about finding the power bank with the DC adapter cable. So I'm sure there's much more to this. I've tried to remember everything. The 74's got TNC. Let's quickly look at the grid. They can both send photographs. Now the 52 will send a photograph without any additional app. The 74 will send a photograph, but you need the RS-M1A app, but it will do it via Bluetooth as well, which is, they both will, but I think that's pretty cool. You can also program the 74 completely using Bluetooth. You don't actually need a cable, although, having a cable is probably going to be a bit more reliable. Let's just go back to the grid. Terminal mode, they both got that. They both can record voice. You've got 2 lots of record there. Voice TX. recorder. Yes, FM radios. DV gateway functions. That's terminal mode. And your repeater list, which we're all used to in GPS. So I hope this sheds some light on it. It's a hard choice, you know, get them both. That's what I think. You only live once. Get them both. Enjoy them both. Do you need them both? No, you don't. You only actually need one. Bye for now. 7-3. All the best.